MrTruck here at the 2016 SEMA. This is the 50th anniversary of the show. I mean, this show is big. Love coming here. Everything you can imagine is here. All the cool stuff, all the modified trucks, all the things you want to see, and all the celebrities, and all the events, and all the training, and on it goes. But this is a great show. So come join us while we show you the highlights at MrTruck.com.
Welcome to SEMA, MrTruck.
Still at SEMA looking for the cool products, and we found another one. This one's an award-winning product from SEMA. It took, what's the name of your category, Gordon?
Well, the event that I won in was tools and equipment.
Tools and equipment, cool. And then you won a global one from all over the world.
Yeah, that was brought to me by Australia. Australia seems to believe that this product is needed in Australia.
Well, yeah, and we tow traders. We have 7 test traders, and this is a way to, of course, I'm always thinking about jacking it up to change tires. And I have a lot of those devices where you drive one tire on, lifts the other one up. But this is different. Your main, of course, yours does that also, and it's a big heavy-duty block. So I mean, we'll go over all the other things you can do it with. But your main use is to preserve the tire.
Exactly. So we store the tires off the ground anytime you're not towing them down the road, which is majority of the tire's life.
Yeah. True, yes. I mean, my traders go year-round, but a lot of the RV traders and trader industry, I mean, it's 6 months sitting there on one spot on the tire, hurting the tire, all the things we know about how it does to the plies. And this will elevate everything, so you elevate all your trailer tires. I thought about that. How would I do it? Would I jack it up, put it on blocks? What would I do? And you got something, all I do is drive forward.
That's it, man. You can drive forward, you can back it up, position them underneath the axles, either the front or the back side, and when they're all in position, get in the tow vehicle, and you go whatever direction you choose, and they all come up at the exact same time. The great thing about it is we're not lifting them really high off the ground, so if you still need to utilize the trailer for camping, it actually creates a more stable environment inside of the camp trailer. If you're just storing it, you can still get in and out of it, maybe pull your toys in and out of it. It's real stable.
Well, I like that idea. We get all our new trucks, we get them year-round, but in the wintertime we get a bunch of them. So we're out there in the snow with our trailers, but most people aren't. And this, can you do it? Are you going to do the barbell example here and show me how this works?
I'm going to show you how to lift this axle off the ground with very little effort. The installation is pretty simple. So you'll take one of these per tire on your trailer. So if you have 2 tires, you're going to need 2 trailer legs. If you've got 4, you need 4. You need 6, you need 6. And the installation is done from the outside of the trailer just by reaching around the tire and positioning it underneath the axle. And once you've done that for both sides, for all the axles on the trailer, the tow vehicle does the work. You get in, just simply back up, and all the tires come off the ground at the exact same time.
Oh, that is cool. That is cool. And that was easy to do. Now, these are really heavy duty. What do they weigh?
So each part weighs only 10 pounds.
Okay.
And they're capable of lifting 4,000 pounds each. So that axle set there has a capacity of lifting and supporting 8,000 pounds.
Wow, 2 axles, 16,000. That's big. Yeah. That's, my trailers go up to about 14 until we go to the gooseneck. Then we don't mess with them, but yeah. Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah, even your gooseneck still shares about 28 to 33% of that weight, either on the tongue in the gooseneck or on the front jack stands, front stands.
Yeah, and our jacks are big enough that we can leave them loaded. We got one trailer 30,000 pounds. So that might be a little heavy, 30,000 pounds.
On a 2-axle trailer, that might be a little heavy. Now, 3 axles now, that probably is not too far off the truth. These things are over-engineered quite a bit.
Well, I imagine just what you're going to save in tire replacement would pay for them, what, a couple, 2 or 3 years?
You know what? Probably the first set of tires is going to pay for it, just for the simple fact that if I can get you 50% longer life out of that tire, well, these are free.
Yeah.
But really, that's valuable. But what's really valuable is showing up every time on time, like you designed your trip. That imaginary beautiful tire that's got lots of tread on it doesn't always have a perfect round tire. It's always hiding on the bottom is this blowout or potential of blowout, and that happens because that tire, when it's sitting with all that weight on the ground, the tire is getting dry rotted in one spot more than the rest of the tire.
Right.
On top of that, you've taken tires that were where the steel belts were woven together, and you've put those into a hard angle, and on top of that, dry rotting it, the belts come apart, and with centrifugal force, as we start down the road, those things pull apart, and that's a blowout.
Oh yeah, I've had a whole face peel off for no reason, and you try to figure all this stuff out. Well, trailer tires are not like, you know, I mean, if you can afford Michelin trailer tires, it'd be great, but most of them are a cheap tire.
Yes, absolutely.
And so you want to be able to preserve and take care of them because they won't take a whole lot of abuse. But anyway, that is awesome. And then too, because of how well they're built, you could use these under your leveling jacks. You could use them under your jack for your tongue. I mean, you're not going to just use them once. You're going to use them for a lot of things. And they're being heavy duty is great. No, I think that'd be great. Change my tire when I go flat. Jack it up in the wintertime. I mean, it's awesome. Now, what's your website?
TrailerLegs.com. TrailerLegs.com.
Okay, I can remember that. What's the warranty on them?
So my warranty is 5 years.
Oh, that's a long time. You know, it's not like
We want to protect our customers. We want to make sure that we're offering a good product that you feel comfortable with. And if you do something and you break it, I'm going to replace it. You know, there's no questions asked. You're not going to send it back to me. You're going to call me on the phone and say, hey, I wasn't so intelligent. I broke one. It happens. I'm okay. I'm going to ship you out a new one. No problem.
Oh, yeah, they're awesome. These are awesome. And it's a new cool product, so you want to get one before your neighbors get one. But this is cool. It's something I think will save you money, and, you know, it's about safety. I'm big into that. And when tires blow, it's not safe, so that's how it goes.
So the other thing we can use these things for are wheel chocks.
Yeah.
And if you're a height-challenged person like myself, you put this next to your truck, and you can now stand up on it and be that much taller to reach things in the back of your truck.
Yeah, it's almost like a saddle block when you get on your horse. You can just jump up there.
Exactly. So
That's cool. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad you came up with this, and I'm glad we found you.
oh, I'm glad you found me. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Gordon.
Thank you.
You bet. MrTruck here, some exciting news. My book is finally out. I wrote this book with Andre Smirnoff of the Fast Lane Truck. It's the Fast Lane Truck's guide to pickup trucks. And what that means is Andre talks about all the different stats in here, the different races we did, the different tests we did, climbing up the mountain with loads, doing miles per gallon with loads, doing the track with loads, all these different things to help judge a truck and then pick about the best ones. He talks about future trucks. On my side, I talk about how to judge a used truck. Should you buy a new truck or a used truck? Should you buy a diesel or a gas truck? So all those things are in there. We talk about transmissions. We talk about trailers, how to get the trailer matched to your truck so it's a safe towing experience. So we talk about payload, how to figure that, gross combined weight rating, axle weight rating, tongue weight, all those different things. We talk about teenage safety when they learn to drive. So we're doing a lot of that in the book. And you can get this at all the independent stores like Tattered Cover. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it on Barnes & Noble. And it's just awesome. And if you want to look up Google, just go Truck Nuts book. Make sure you put book in there or you might be surprised. But buy the book. MrTruck here at SEMA for 2016, 50th anniversary. We're out here looking for the cool products for your truck and your trailer. And we found a cool product here. It's called HaulGauge. And I'm here with Mike from Utah. He's the inventor, and you made it and you tested it. And tell me all about it.
All right, well, this is the world's first scale for your vehicle.
Okay.
So this gauge tells you gross combined weight.
Okay, so all you got to do is weigh your truck without a trailer, so you know that number.
Yeah.
Right? And then you put that on there, and it measures. Now, this is only for automatic transmissions.
Yeah. So what we're doing is we're using the torque converter as a load cell, essentially. So we're, if you have an automatic transmission, which is true for probably 99% of new trucks.
That's the only truck you can buy, except for two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we use that as a sensor. We have an accelerometer on board as well.
An accelerometer measures motion.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think many truck buyers, users have felt this when you first launch off and when the engine's working hard, but it isn't moving much. So if you're measuring very low acceleration but a lot of effort from the engine, then you got heavier. So what HaulGauge does is it acts like a scale. So it's gross vehicle weight, but yeah, as you mentioned, if you drive it without a trailer, it's telling you curb weight. If you put some stuff if you put your four-wheeler in the back of the bed, then it's telling you gross vehicle weight. So you hook up the trailer, and now you have combined weight, and then you can also get to trailer weight. So you can get to all those different acronyms that we have, all those ratings that we know.
A lot of gross numbers, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, that's cool. I didn't even think about that. I kept thinking I had to go to some scale and weigh my truck, but I could weigh it with that, and then hook up to the trailer and then weigh it. That's awesome. And it plugs into your onboard diagnostics port, your OBD2.
Uh-huh.
And that's where it actually measures what your torque converter is doing. It doesn't matter if different stators or if you have an upgraded torque converter, or it figures it all out.
Well, we've mapped. The first thing it does, it reads the VIN, and our engineers have mapped all the different powertrains. We started with the most popular models: half tons, 3/4 ton, and 1 ton pickups. But now you've got a scale within. It responds within 20 or 30 feet of driving, just in a couple seconds. So essentially, when you're way up in the mountains at the ranch, you now have a weigh station right there.
Oh, that's cool. That's quick. Yeah, I thought maybe you had to go a couple miles. You just go a few feet.
Yeah. So then you can do something about it.
Right. Go adjust your load or unload something or whatever you need to do.
Yeah. If you're 20 miles away from home and then you get on the scale, what do? Take out one of the cows and leave it at the truck stop, right?
That makes sense. That's good. That's awesome. And you have them like a half-ton model and a heavy-duty model.
Yes. So we have two models. The HaulGauge 20 is for half-ton pickups, and the SUVs that come off of it, right? So the Suburbans, the Yukons, the Expeditions, and then the 3/4 ton and 1 ton model. That's HaulGauge 50. So the one I've got here is the HaulGauge 50 model. Goes 0 to 50,000 pounds, and remember, this is gross combined weight.
Right.
So if you have one of those, the new Super Duty or the Ram that can tow 32,000 pounds,
right.
Well, the truck is another 8,000, and so your GCWR on some of those is pushing to 40. We go to 50 so that you'll know. Sure. We need to give you some range there to know how far you're overloaded.
Yeah, these crazy new trucks in the big diesel wars, they're half a Peterbilt, half of the 80,000 pound Class 8. So that's great. We want to try this one out and see how close to accurate are, and all the normal things we want to do. But it's a great idea. I mean, I'm big on wanting to know what your payload numbers are, your tongue weight numbers are, your gross numbers, and you've figured out part of that equation, and that's awesome. That's the problem. People don't know what their trailer weighs, until the tire blows or the bearings go out in the trailer. It's all that crazy stuff. And I'm the guy driving behind you, and I sure don't want you breaking down in front of me. So
yeah. HaulGauge, we really feel that knowledge is power. We want to give each of our customers that power, to have that confidence. We want them to know what they're towing. And so this helps you if you're overloaded, but this also helps you just with that confidence of, I know that my rating is 15,000 pounds, and now I don't have that anxiety. The weekend warrior who's off on vacation. This should be an enjoyable time, not white knuckle driving of, oh no, can I do this?
Well, you want to be safe. A lot of times you're hauling your family. That's what crew cabs are all about. So you want to be safe for the family and safe towing. I'm really big on that stuff. So how long is the warranty?
So this is a brand new product. What we've discussed is a 1-year warranty, and we're just debuting now. So lots of those details we're figuring out. But right now, initially, that's what we're starting with is and it's personal support. We have our own phone number in Utah. Our suppliers are all local. We're building this in Michigan, Minnesota, and in Utah.
Oh, cool. So then you're going to have distribution centers and dealers, network set up, and well, that's good, and that's awesome. And that's electronics. A year warranty is normal for electronics. What's the retail price on like the half-ton model?
So on the half-ton model, the HaulGauge 20 is $249 is the retail, and then for the HaulGauge 50, this model that I have, it's $299.
Okay, well that's a reasonable price. Imagine how many trips you don't have to go dig up a feed store scale or a cat scaled or any of that, because they're not always everywhere you want to go. We do a lot of off-roading, and a lot of times, you know, there is no scale anywhere near where I'm going. You know, like Moab doesn't have any cat scale, so, well, maybe they do, but I don't know. So that's great. I mean, I'm all about safety, and you made a safe product, which makes me tickle to death. And we're going to be testing it and going up in the high country. We'll go in the mountains, and we'll do all kinds of things and just see, you know, how close to it is. And, you know, I appreciate you building this. This is a good thing. What's your website?
So we're www.haulgauge.com. It's HAULGAUGE. We know it's hard to spell, so we have we have the domains for the misspellings as well.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Just Google HaulGauge. We come up.
Cool. Well, thanks, Mike. I like it. It's over. Another SEMA show. It comes to an end. The 2016 SEMA, and this is the 50th year. It's a big celebration. I think it's the biggest SEMA show I can remember in a lot of years. Next to this Power Wagon, it seems to be the year of the Jeep and the Power Wagon. There's a lot of Power Wagon trucks here, the older ones, and there's a lot of Jeep pickup trucks. Does that tell us something? Is there a pickup Jeep coming soon? Because I've seen at least 40 of them here, and it's not a coincidence that they handed out that many Jeep pickup trucks. So we'll find out. But this is MrTruck having a lot of fun in Vegas, and watch the video because it's going to be actually several videos. We're going to have a lot to cover here at the 2016 SEMA.